Hi everyone, welcome back. Before I get started, I'd like to say sorry for not uploading last week. I was away for a little while, so I didn't have time to film, and then when I did get back, I was just struggling with mental health a little bit. It's kind of just been a bit rocky. My granddad passed away recently, so it's been a bit turbulent, so thank you for understanding and being patient with us. So, how's everyone doing? Gosh, summer's gone. It's now very definitely autumn. It's a lot colder, and SAD, seasonal affective disorder, is starting to kick in a little bit. I don't even know if I have that, but I know I definitely get affected in winter. I'm not as chipper and cheerful as I am in summer. So we've got that to look forward to. But I mean, we're on the way to Christmas. So that's always something. And yeah, basically, if you guys have any questions, anything you'd like me to talk about in terms of DID or any mental health things that I've spoken about, please just put them in the comments. But without any further ado, I'll get on to today's topic, which is age regression. So within dissociative identity disorder, some alters are younger, some alters are older, and that can vary between person to person anyway, but I'll talk from my experience. So I have some alters who are younger. So it's not unreasonable that the mind can regress in age. Now this isn't just for alters. People who have suffered with trauma or have PTSD, any kind of any person that has some need for therapy can use age regression as a form of therapy. So this might look very different from person to person, and it's not just necessarily a kink thing. I think when you think of age regression and somebody acting as a child and having somebody care for them as if they were a child, I know for some people they automatically think of daddy, daughter, little girl, or adult baby diaper lovers. Which is a section of the kink community, and I think they feel for it more in a sexual way. But I'm not talking about that today. That's a whole conversation for another time. I'm talking about people that use age regression as a form of therapy. It's not something I'd ever thought about before or considered until I started thinking about the fact that some of my alters are younger, and how they feel very positive and happy when they're treated at their age, that they are. And I felt for a while, that I've had moments where I feel very childish, but I've never really looked at it within context. And I think it came up on TikTok one day that somebody was using age regression as a form of therapy. So I did a little bit more research into it, and yeah, it's definitely a form of therapy. Because it's a way of going back to a time where you were allowed to play and have fun, and there were no responsibilities, and you could be carefree and childish without the pressure of society saying you're an adult, you need to act like an adult. So yeah, sometimes it depends. It happens. I mean, for me, I experience it not very dramatically. Some people use it a lot, and some people can't help it. Some people age regress. It sort of just happens. I think I age regress a little bit when I'm very stressed, if my depression's hitting me particularly hard, or if I'm very dissociative. Now, what does that look like for me? For me, it just means I think I feel a little bit simpler. I feel, my partner looks after me a little bit more, and I'm just more sort of playful, more sort of childish, and I think having a safe space where people don't judge you and you're allowed to just be childish and just do some colouring or speak in a more immature way and use sort of like different ways of speaking. I think it's very healthy, and I know that it boosts my mood feeling safe and secure with somebody who I trust. It helps ease the stress and tension if it's building up too much. If I'm too, sort of very anxious about something, age regression helps deal with that, because it's a feeling of safety. This might sound completely crazy to some of you. It's not playing pretend, it's not like dress up, it's not like, oh, today I feel like being a 3-year-old. It's very much more just, I'm feeling small, I feel very sort of head wobbly, so I'm unhappy or stressed or tired, or you just sort of feel like foggy, and having somebody there that understands and is able to support that and not judge you. Again, my mantra in life, and with whatever anybody does, is as long as it's not hurting anybody in any way, it's fine. As long as it's not, pushing anything on anybody or putting it in anybody's face, I have no problem with almost pretty much anything, So for me, this was not that crazy. If somebody wants to act like a cat in their spare time, if somebody wants to be a raccoon in their spare time, because that helps them to feel happy, to me, it's a no-brainer. You do you, act like a raccoon, like have fun with it. Like, to me, that's... It wasn't, I didn't feel so ashamed because I knew that it helped me. And it's not a big thing. I mean, I'm talking about it like, oh, I've uncovered this mystery. I don't do it all the time. It's just, if I'm feeling small, and, because I'm stressed out and there's a lot going on, I will just let myself feel that childishness. I think a lot of people kind of experience this as well. I think it could do, good for a lot of different people to just sort of get rid of the pressure from society of you have to be an adult, you have to be organised, you have to this, you have to that, and just for a moment let your inner child out, let yourself just be carefree, forget about the worries and just play or, watch a film, just be young for a minute. And I think, it's not as mental and crazy as it might seem. There are some people that do age regression in different ways and more extremely, and some people that can't help it, and some people that have a lot of trauma, and it's a way of reclaiming their childhood if they didn't have a good childhood. So again, it varies for everybody. Everybody's different, and I think that's awesome. So yeah, that's just one little thing I thought I would share with you guys today. I think that a lot more people could benefit from it, and I think that having less sort of stigma, and having people that are understanding and don't just jump to conclusions about things is also really helpful. So yeah, I guess you could say that's been happening a little bit more recently because I've been struggling with my mental health. That's been my depression and anxiety coming back a little bit. I mean, that's to be expected and understandable after somebody you love passing. So I've just got to get on the horse and get back to doing what I love. So I'm sorry that the last video didn't come out last week. So again, if you have any questions about anything, please let me know. Again, if you want to see any of my alters back again, just let them know. But that'll probably be it for today. It's been a rough day, so I put a bit more makeup on to try and boost my mood. That's another thing. If you feel depressed, try putting some makeup on. It might, make you feel a bit better. Or if you don't like wearing makeup, just do some skincare or hair care or anything. Just a little bit of personal So a little bit of personal, you know, self-care can go a long way. Also having a dog and having to walk it, you know, that responsibility to have to go outside, it can be really hard to get to that point, but if you do go outside, that's a massive bonus. So if you're feeling really, really low, even if you don't have a dog or any reason to go outside, just go and sit outside your front door, because that fresh air and sunshine, even if it is very not much because it's winter, it really helps. And then you can say, I've done something good, even if it feels like nothing. Even if it feels like, yeah, sure, I just sat outside my front door. It's an achievement, it's an accomplishment, especially if you've got clothes on. Because hell knows, if you're depressed, it's hard to get dressed sometimes. So if you can put some clothes on, do a little self-care, and sit outside in the sunshine, or the rain, whatever the weather is, you've achieved something wonderful today, and you should be proud of yourself. I know this is getting a little bit off track, this isn't exactly talking about age regression anymore, but I think in some ways age regression and forms of dealing with mental health comes alongside with the mental health itself. So it's all what part and parcel, it's all tied in together. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed this little video, and I'll see you next time. I really hope you have a lovely day. Bye!